A nor'easter is a massive, slow-moving storm system that can stretch for hundreds of miles along the east coast of the United States. These storms are known for their intensity and the widespread disruption they cause, often bringing life to a standstill in affected areas. The name nor'easter comes from the powerful winds that blow from the northeast, slamming into the coastline and pushing ocean water inland. These winds can reach hurricane force, making them especially dangerous for coastal communities. Nor'easters form when frigid dry air from Canada sweeps south and collides with warm moist air rising off the Atlantic Ocean. This clash of air masses creates a strong low-pressure system, which acts like a giant engine, drawing in more moisture and energy from the ocean. As the system intensifies, it begins to rotate, pulling in even more moisture and fueling bands of heavy rain, sleet, or snow, depending on the temperature. The winds grow stronger and the storm can expand to cover several states at once. Unlike quick summer thunderstorms, nor'easters can linger for days, battering the same region with relentless rain, snow, and wind. Millions of people can be affected, from major cities to small coastal towns. The current nor'easter is developing over unusually warm Atlantic waters, which is giving it even more fuel to grow stronger and more dangerous. Warmer water means more moisture in the air, which can lead to heavier precipitation and more intense winds. While nor'easters aren't tropical storms or hurricanes, they share some of the same ingredients: strong winds, heavy rain, and the potential for major coastal flooding. They're a unique type of storm, but their impacts can be just as severe. Expect torrential rain that can quickly flood streets, damaging winds that can topple trees and power lines, and serious problems for anyone living near the coast. Storm surges can push seawater far inland, threatening homes and businesses. The threat stretches from the Carolinas all the way up to Canada. Everyone along the eastern seaboard should be preparing now, securing property, stocking up on essentials, and making emergency plans. Some areas will see relentless, soaking rain that can overwhelm drainage systems and cause flash flooding, especially in cities where water has nowhere to go. Other places will be battered by dangerous winds and pounding waves, threatening boats, beaches, and anyone who ventures outside. Power outages and flooding are likely, especially in low-lying neighborhoods and cities near the coast. Emergency crews are already preparing for a busy few days. Nor'easters are notorious for knocking down trees, blocking roads, and leaving thousands without electricity for days. The aftermath can be just as challenging as the storm itself. This is a multifaceted threat. Don't underestimate it. Flooding, wind damage, and power outages can all happen at once, making it vital to take warnings seriously. Stay alert, stay informed, and get ready. Monitor weather updates, follow local advice, and make sure you and your loved ones are prepared. The storm is coming, and it's better to be safe than sorry. The nor'easter arrives Friday, sweeping in with a dramatic shift in the weather. As the first bands of rain move ashore, skies darken and winds begin to howl, signaling the start of a turbulent weekend. The storm will intensify through Saturday, with rainfall growing heavier and winds reaching their peak. Residents will hear the roar of the wind and the relentless drumming of rain against windows, making outdoor activity nearly impossible. Major cities along the I-95 corridor, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York, and Boston, are all directly in its path, bracing for a weekend of severe weather disruptions. The storm will dump several inches of rain and bring damaging winds, especially on Saturday, leading to flash flooding and downed trees in many neighborhoods. Its slow movement means the impacts will be prolonged. Rain and wind will persist for days, saturating the ground and swelling rivers and streams. The Carolinas feel the first effects Friday, as coastal communities brace for flooding, beach erosion, and power outages. By Saturday, the storm's heart slams into the mid-Atlantic and New England, bringing the most intense wind gusts and the highest risk of coastal flooding. By Sunday, the storm shifts north, battering Nova Scotia and Newfoundland with heavy rain, strong winds, and dangerous surf. Even as the rain tapers off, strong winds and rough seas will linger, keeping coastal areas on alert for continued hazards. Don't be fooled by a brief break in the weather. Danger remains, with hidden floodwaters and unstable trees posing risks even after the worst has passed. Coastal flooding and wind damage will take time to recover from, as emergency crews work to restore power and clear debris from roads and neighborhoods. Outdoor plans should be canceled. Travel will be hazardous, with flooded roads, fallen branches, and poor visibility making driving dangerous. Cleanup begins Sunday, but risks persist, as saturated ground and lingering winds can still bring down trees and power lines. The storm's reach is massive, impacting millions across multiple states and provinces. Stay off the roads and away from the water, as dangerous currents and debris can threaten even after the storm has moved on. It will take days for things to return to normal, so remain cautious, stay informed, and look out for your neighbors as the region recovers from this weekend of wild weather. Friday marks the storm's arrival, as the first hints of trouble appear on the horizon. The sky darkens, and a heavy expectant silence settles over the coastal towns. Residents watch as the clouds thicken, knowing what's coming. By midday, rain begins to spread across the Carolinas and the Mid-Atlantic, with radar showing wide bands of precipitation moving steadily inland. The first drops quickly become a steady downpour. What starts as a gray, overcast morning soon transforms into relentless, heavy rain. Winds pick up, rattling windows and bending trees, as the storm's energy intensifies hour by hour. Along the coast, places like the Outer Banks brace for rising surf and the first signs of beach erosion. Waves crash higher onto the shore, eating away at the sand and threatening vulnerable areas. Water begins to cover low-lying coastal roads, making travel increasingly hazardous. Flooded streets and warning signs become a common sight, and emergency crews prepare for calls. Along the busy I-95 corridor, drivers face a slow, treacherous evening commute. Heavy rain reduces visibility, and water pools on the pavement, increasing the risk of hydroplaning and accidents. The rain is relentless, soaking streets, parks, and neighborhoods. The cold, damp air seeps into everything, making it feel even chillier than the thermometer suggests. By evening, winds howl through towns and cities, toppling branches and sending debris flying. The storm's full force is still building, setting the stage for what's to come on Saturday. In New England, there's a brief, uneasy calm under overcast skies. But by late Friday or early Saturday, rain and wind will arrive, signaling the storm's reach is growing. Friday is the time to act. Secure loose outdoor items, check your emergency supplies, and make sure you have flashlights, batteries, and food. Prepare for possible power outages and flooding, especially in flood-prone areas. As night falls, stay indoors and avoid unnecessary travel. Streets will be slick and dangerous, and conditions can change quickly. Friday night is your last chance to get ready before the worst of the storm arrives. The worst is yet to come. Stay alert, stay safe, and be ready for whatever the storm brings next. Saturday brings the storm's full force. Heavy rain, damaging winds, and widespread disruption. Travel is dangerous, roads will flood and winds will make driving hazardous. Gusts of 30-40 mph are expected, with some coastal areas seeing up to 55 mph. These winds can snap trees and power lines, causing outages. The ground will be saturated, increasing the risk of falling trees. Charge devices and prepare for extended power loss. Rainfall totals could reach 2 to 4 inches in some areas, overwhelming drainage and flooding cities. Public transportation will be disrupted. The cold, damp air will feel even worse with the wind chill. Dress in warm, waterproof layers if you must go outside. Saturday is a day to stay indoors and ride out the storm. The combination of wind, rain, and cold makes it truly miserable. Safety comes first. Don't take risks. Sunday, the storm begins to move away, but strong winds persist. Rain ends for most, but gusty winds continue to threaten weakened trees and power lines. Scattered outages remain possible. The air stays chilly, so bundle up if you go outside. Coastal areas face ongoing danger from large waves and beach erosion. Stay off beaches and jetties. Conditions remain hazardous. Northern New England and Atlantic Canada get the brunt of the storm Sunday, with heavy rain and wind. Flooding and coastal damage will continue in these areas. Cleanup starts, but risks linger. Don't let your guard down. Hazards remain even after the rain stops. The storm's effects will be felt for days. Stay cautious and patient as recovery begins. The coast faces the greatest danger from this nor'easter. Strong winds, large waves, and high tides combine for major coastal flooding. Storm surge will push ocean water inland, especially during king tides. Low-lying roads and homes may flood. Beach erosion will be severe. with dunes and sand washed away. Some communities may see permanent changes to the coastline, heat evacuation orders, and never drive through flooded roads. The ocean's power is unforgiving. Stay on higher ground. Avoid beaches and seawalls until conditions improve. The damage will be costly and long-lasting. Safety is the top priority. Inland areas will see heavy rain and strong winds, leading to flooding and power outages. Rivers and streams may overflow, and saturated ground increases the risk of falling trees. Winds of 30–40 mph will be felt far from the coast, turning loose objects into hazards. In the mountains, rain will turn to heavy wet snow, weighing down trees and power lines. Travel in higher elevations will be dangerous due to slushy, slick roads. Basement flooding is possible. Check your sump pump. Prepare for outages. Have flashlights, batteries, and charged phones. Even away from the ocean, this storm is serious. Take precautions and stay indoors. Respect the storm's power, wherever you are. Preparation is key. Preparation is your best defense. Stay informed with local weather updates and official warnings. Secure outdoor items, bring in anything the wind could toss. Clean gutters to prevent leaks and flooding. Park vehicles away from large trees. Prepare for power loss. Gather flashlights, batteries, food, water, and medications for at least 3 days. Charge all devices and have a portable power bank ready. Avoid travel during the storm. Roads will be dangerous. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those living alone. Use the storm as a chance to catch up on indoor activities. Stay home, stay safe, and look out for one another. Smart preparation saves lives. We'll get through this together. With the storm approaching, now is the time to act. Forecasts show a significant nor'easter will impact the East Coast this weekend. We're tracking it with every tool available to keep you informed. This storm is a powerful reminder of nature's force and the importance of preparation. King tides will amplify the flooding threat. We'll update you with the latest information as the storm evolves. Stay home, stay tuned, and follow safety advice. Use this time to finalize your emergency plans and supplies. Talk to your family about what to do if the power goes out. By preparing now, you can face the storm with confidence. We're in this together. Stay safe. Stay informed. We'll be here every step of the way, keeping you ahead of the storm.